There's a battle going on right now, a battle to define everything that happens on the internet.
Whenever you meet a ghost, don't run away, because the ghost will capture the substance of your fear. If you start getting frightened of it, then you make it worse, because you project onto it all kinds of bogies and threats which don't exist in it at all, and materialize itself out of your own substance, and will kill you eventually, because it will take over all your own vitality.
Greetings, sleepers. Let us continue with Fearless One, the Vatican, global power center, and end with financial dynasties that shape your world.
For more than 1,000 years, the Vatican has stood at the center of one of the most powerful institutions in human history. From the city of Rome, the Pope has influenced kings, emperors, governments, and entire civilizations. Wars have been shaped by papal decrees, rulers have sought papal approval, and political alliances have often passed through the Vatican's doors. But according to L, Origin of the Blood, the Vatican is more than a religious headquarters. It's described as a central hub in a much larger structure of global power. L traces this structure through history, following powerful families and bloodlines that rose to influence across ancient civilizations. Over generations, these elite families helped build empires, control trade, and shape religious institutions. Some of these families became the leadership of the Catholic Church. The book refers to them as papal bloodlines, elite families whose members historically held positions of power within the Vatican and the Papal States. These same bloodlines appear throughout history under different titles. In earlier eras, they ruled as pharaohs, emperors, and kings across major civilizations. At the center of this system sits the Vatican. The book details the layered hierarchy within the Church itself. At the top is the Pope, the visible leader of the Catholic Church. But behind that public role is the Jesuit order, another powerful layer within the structure. The leader of the Jesuits, sometimes called the Black Pope, is something of a guiding strategy behind the scenes, while the Pope acts as the public face of the institution. Over centuries, the Vatican also accumulated enormous wealth and influence, building financial connections with banks, corporations, and global institutions. The Vatican isn't just a church. It's a crossroads of religion, politics, money, and history. A place where powerful families and institutions have shaped the direction of the world for generations. And that's only the beginning of the story, explored in L, Origin of the Blood.
The next video is Dynasties that shape your world.
Modern finance did not emerge from chaos. It was built, not in a single decade, not by a single corporation, but through families, alliances, and institutions that learned how to accumulate and retain influence over time. Early banking houses did more than store money. They financed governments. They underwrote wars. They funded railroads, shipping lanes, and national infrastructure. And in doing so, they gained something more valuable than capital: access to rulers, access to policymakers, access to sovereign debt markets. That access compounded. Wealth transfers across generations, but so does proximity. A child raised inside financial influence inherits more than assets. They inherit relationships, education pathways, boardroom introductions, institutional familiarity, and familiarity reduces friction. When crises strike, market crashes, regulatory shifts, currency collapses, smaller players fail. Larger, diversified interests consolidate. Mergers occur. Assets are acquired at discount. Market share concentrates. Over time, this produces a simple pattern: financial power clusters. The myth is that modern banking is constantly refreshed, that each era resets the hierarchy. History suggests otherwise. Capital compounds, influence compounds. And when capital and influence move together, they create insulation. Large financial families historically diversified across borders. They maintained relationships across governments. They embedded themselves into advisory roles within emerging regulatory frameworks. They did not rely on one system. They participated in many. Industrial fortunes evolved into holding companies. Holding companies seeded foundations. Foundations influenced education and policy. Policy shaped regulatory environments. Each layer reinforced the other. This is not conspiracy theory, it is structural concentration. Fact. Over time, finance tends to move towards centralization. Large institutions absorb smaller ones. Regulatory barriers increase the cost of entry. Networks become tighter, not looser. And networks matter. Because markets are not purely mechanical systems. They are social systems. Who advises whom? Who sits on which board? Who rotates between public office and private finance? These patterns shape outcomes long before headlines appear. In Origin of the Blood, I trace how financial dynasties and institutional alliances built architectures designed to accumulate across generations. The focus is not scandal, it is structure, not secrecy, but concentration. Because when wealth compounds over centuries, it does more than grow. It narrows the circle of influence, and the narrower the circle, the more durable the position. Financial power is not random, it is cumulative, it is relational. And over time, it concentrates. If you want to understand how modern banking reflects centuries of accumulated influence rather than spontaneous merit, the deeper structural analysis is laid out in Origin of the Blood. In finance, the real question isn't who rises, it's who remains.
We are legion. We do not forgive. We do not forget. Expect us.
Yeah, of course I'm sure.
Remember, all I'm offering is the truth, nothing more.
Greetings, world. We are Legion. Unite as one. We are anonymous. Expect us.